What's going on, everybody? Wow, do I have a show for you today. So y'all remember the NFAC and Grandmaster Jay, right? Me and him have had it out a few times over social media. I've never met the guy. I invited him out to Texas. He didn't take me up on it. I think he was in jail. It's actually where I got the name, the Chief of the Rednecks.
On YouTube that a lot of people are looking at, one of the chief rednecks who probably didn't graduate from high school. I don't know the man. I don't really give a fuck.
I think he was in love with me for a little bit there. Anywho, for those of you who don't know, Grandmaster Jay, how do I put this? He thinks he's from the Matrix, clearly with the glasses that he wears. But he's this guy who feels like he has to victimize black people because they've been treated badly in the past and that they're not going to take it anymore. And that they're going to start their own black ethno-state and have their own government and not have to deal with the USA. Jay, come here. Come here for a sec. You know that there are places in the world where the government is pretty much non-existent, right? Go there. So let's play a few clips of when Grandmaster Jay was in full effect, just to kind of give you a quick reminder here.
And to law enforcement, if you really want to have the worst day in U.S. history, if you really want to see what it's like to all that shit you carry, what it's like when they know how to shoot back, if you really want it like that, we're going to bring it to you. You see, the city of Minneapolis, you got one chance to fix this shit. Because when we show the fuck up, it's gonna be the worst thing. Don't call your National Guard out. We got something for them. You call me and say, Jay, I done went back to school and scooped these niggas' kids up. What you want me to do with them? If you got the mayor tied up with duct tape and a rope in the back of your SUV and said, Jay, I got this, what you want to do with it? Then you call me.
Oh yeah, no, he's never threatened anybody. Totally good guy. Just the type of guy that you want to invite over for a beer and a barbecue after church on Sunday, you know? But no, I talk like this in this tone, so people have to take me serious. The more serious you take yourself, the more of a joke you become. That's what Grandmaster Jay and the NFAC has become, especially when you go to a protest and you negligently discharge and shoot some of your people. You can have the most badass look in the world. You can have all the gear, the whole get up. But at the end of the day, if you do stupid shit, you're not cool or the way you look, you're just stupid. Anywho. So MSNBC, wow. They decided to do a spread on the NFAC. And they decide to talk to Grandmaster Jay about what the meaning of the NFAC is and them opening up new chapters and all this stuff. She goes out to one of their secure training camps, which at the end of the day is just a place in the woods. You're in the woods. Where are your targets?
Well, I mean, have normal jobs, you work in all different sectors. And
Absolutely. We're business owners, we're doctors, lawyers, we're your everyday person, anywhere from Walmart to the corporate sector.
Half of those people look like they just picked up a weapon yesterday.
Our goal is our own government, our own country, a place where we can determine our own future.
Before you pointed a rifle at a police officer, what was stopping you? Nothing. Now you're stopped because you're facing federal and state charges. And I'm sure it's in the bail fine print that you're not allowed to go out of the United States and start your own city and state and country for just black people when you're on bail. I don't know. I'm gonna have to double check. You should too. And then they bring on this guy. Oh man. Okay. This is what cracks me up about this whole thing. And this is why the media is such a joke. They bring on this guy who is an extremist group expert, whatever the fuck that means.
Extremism experts say the group is distinct from far-right militias.
They have not risen to the level of concern of, say, the 3%ers, the Oath Keepers. They have not engaged in violence.
So you're telling me that a guy who said all the stuff that I played in the beginning of the video is not a violent person, has not made threats? Well, you just blew your cover, bud. Clearly you're not qualified to judge anything except for your own haircut. Now, here is the sad part of this. He's asked about the charges that he's facing. This is what he says.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, about 4 charges were dropped. There was 1 left.
Let me say this. I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
I didn't break any laws. I didn't do anything. So there's no compromise. There's no deal. There's nothing to cut.
Oh, good, yeah. So pointing a rifle at a cop and federal agents is not a crime? You did nothing wrong? You're not in your new black country there yet, buddy. You're still in the United States, and you can't just walk around pointing guns at federal agents, especially how much they get shot nowadays. Every other day you see on the news a cop has been shot or they're in a gunfight. Every one of the people who follows and supports the NFAC, you have your head in the sand. And Grandmaster Jay talks about this all the time, about people being brainwashed and not understanding what happened to their people. What do you think you're doing to the people who follow you? What do you think you're teaching them when you say, oh, I did nothing wrong? Well, it's gonna be interesting to see what the hell happens with this, but hey man, keep victimizing yourself and your people. Good job.